The truth is stranger than fiction.
Well, tonight, an Arctic blast of dangerous cold air is slowly moving across the country. So for more, let's bring in meteorologist Chris Warren from our partners at the Weather Channel. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Nora. This is going to be a dangerous cross-country winter storm. There's going to be a lot of snow, extreme wind, and dangerous cold. Here's a look at the snow. The purple shows many areas that could have more than a foot of snow on the ground when it's all done. Winds at times gusting stronger than 50 miles an hour while it's snowing, could have blizzard conditions. Even some areas could have ice. And then comes the cold, and some serious cold. Cold that's going to extend all the way down to the south, where highs will likely not get above freezing by the end of the week. And Nora, some areas will have wind chills that feel like 40 degrees below zero.
That is cold. Thanks so much.
Why didn't they have chains on their tires? This is a state that's known for snow.
As you know, hundreds of people got trapped in their cars during the blizzard. And unfortunately, many people died, including a woman from Charlotte.
Because I want her here with me.
Wanda Brown Steele grieving her daughter, Andell Taylor, who was only 22 years old.
She went to Buffalo, New York to take care of her father, got a job up there, went back to school.
She got caught in that massive and deadly storm the day before Christmas. The details the family knows so far are hard to fathom.
On her way home from work, and my daughter was talking to her up to like a little past midnight.
It was a group text between Andell and her sisters back in Charlotte. She had just gotten stuck in blinding snow that was piling up fast.
I don't think none of us really knew how serious it was.
At 4:13 on Friday, Andell texted this video, her window seemingly completely covered by snow.
She was telling my sister that she was scared.
Then, just after midnight Christmas Eve, at 12:09 a.m., Andell texted another video. Inching down her window, you can see conditions had deteriorated.
She called 911, and she was waiting for them.
At this point, her sister Tamisha says she began to get angry. She says it seemed no one was coming to her sister's aid.
I feel like everybody that tried to get to her got stuck. Fire departments, police. Why didn't they have chains on their tires? This is a state that's known for snow.
But this family says Andell was resilient and didn't panic.
She told my daughter that she was gonna go to sleep, and when she get up, she was gonna try to start walking.
That opportunity never came after family in New York made 2 failed attempts to find Andell in the car.
I told them that they needed to go back out there again. That's when they bust the window and seen that she was in there.
As previously reported, some have theorized she died from hypothermia. Her mom thinks it was carbon monoxide poisoning.
The car was running, and the snow was still coming, so it blocked the pipes.
The exhaust pipe.
Yeah, the exhaust pipes.
It's a tragic chain of events sandwiched between Christmas and Andell's upcoming 23rd birthday.
The Iceman cometh.
Please, show some mercy.
You are not sending me to the cooler.
Also breaking tonight, hours of new video are released revealing more about a woman found dead in a hotel freezer. CBS 2's Audrina Bigas joins us now. So you poured through this video. What is it showing us?
36 hours of video, and this was just released to us a few hours ago. This video shows Kanika Jenkins walking into the kitchen, but we never see her entering the freezer. And tonight, that is why her family is not satisfied with the theory that she walked into the freezer on her own.
21 Savage says he wants to be frozen so he can be alive in 2121. XXL says if 21 Savage, who is currently 30 years old, lived until the year 2121, he would be 129 years old, which would be impossible to achieve in his lifespan.
How do we know that?
Yeah, I don't know if that's factually accurate.
Modern medicine is getting better and better all the time. If he lived for 70 more years and he's still alive then, at that point, we might have the ability to like put him into some sort of coma where he's hooked up to all these machines and he can be alive still.
He's going to make it, man. I believe he can get it done and see how the world is at that point for us all.
John Spartan, you've have done great deeds for the city of Los Angeles, so it is with some regret that I, William Smithers, acting as assistant warden, hereby carry out this sentence. Sergeant Spartan, you've been sentenced to 70 years, sub-zero rehabilitation in the California Cryo Penitentiary for the involuntary manslaughter of 30 innocent civilians. You will be placed in cryostasis for the duration of your sentence.
The jury has now spoken just minutes ago. A jury in downtown Los Angeles found Tory Lanez guilty of assault with a semi-automatic firearm in the shooting of Meg Thee Stallion, and he now faces years in prison.
Dreaming of a white Christmas sounds romantic for some. But for millions of people in the U.S. this holiday weekend, it's more like a nightmare.
Eddie Murphy has been in Buffalo for almost a week. Most of that time has been spent inside Rick James' recording studio. The pair planned to produce Murphy's first singing single. Their plans were helped when the area was hit with the worst snowstorm of the year.
We've been snowed in for 4 days. I have not left the house since I got here.
Being confined to the studio actually helped the duo all but complete the new 45, entitled Party All the Time.
What's going on? Tell me about life. How are you?
This is your white granddaddy come back to haunt me.
What? Oh, so you're all Muslim.
Very much so.
I love it.
This kufi that I'm wearing was actually a gift from the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. Are you familiar with the minister's work?
Well, I'm familiar with what he said about the Jews.
Well, we were technically OG slaves. Are you trying to compare the Holocaust to slavery?
Can you pass the potatoes? Our people came here with nothing like everybody else.
Also, I'm envious of the Jewish people. I'm envious of how they don't abort their children. I'm envious of how they don't shoot each other in the streets and then rap about it. I'm envious of how their families stay together. I'm envious that they turn their phones off on Friday night and the family comes together. I'm envious of how they do the business together. And I want that for the darker Jews. I want that for the black people. I want that. We need...
You said I didn't mean to cause any harm. Were you apologizing or did not?
I didn't mean to cause any harm. I'm not the one that made the documentary.
In a tweet, the Anti-Defamation League CEO called that news conference a debacle, also writing it could not in good conscience accept a donation Irving pledged to the nonprofit Wednesday. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, who is Jewish himself, condemned Irving's post, calling it a reckless decision. Prior to Irving's apology, the Nets announced he would be suspended for at least 5 games without pay. That's until he, quote, satisfies a series of objective remedial measures that address the harmful impact of his conduct.
Tonight, authorities say the alleged shooter planned it all. It started around 2:30 Saturday afternoon in the parking lot of this Tops Friendly Market store in a predominantly black neighborhood in Buffalo. The alleged shooter wearing full body armor and tactical gear, targeting people of color. Zanetta Everhart's 20-year-old son, Zaire Goodman, worked at Tops and was helping an older woman with her groceries in the parking lot. He was shot in the neck, but the bullet didn't cause major damage.
I've protected him his whole life from the ills of the world.
Who are you?
I was hired to kill you. That's all I know!
I'm Simpal Cindy. What's your name?
Please secure child seat restraint.
Let's be friends.
Where is this guy?
I'm Simpal Cindy. Let's be friends. What's your name? Will you be my mommy?
I don't want to be your mommy. Shut up! What? Somebody do something about that damn doll!
I look better than you. No, bitch. I look better than you. Well, at least my breath don't smell like a can of bounce that ass. Girl, the whole hood know your armpit smell like a pork chop sandwich. Pork chop sandwich!
number 21, Tory Lane. Okay, okay. Okay, man.
Status? We have a lifetime contract with a vegetable. Maybe we could trade him to LA?
Okay, I want you to terminate this contract and bring it back to the lab. Understand?
Sure. Try and get right on it. Sorry, Johnny. You're gonna have to take one for the team. No, he saw himself at his house tonight.
Which was our mistake, not his.
Excuse me? He's at Precinct 7. Could you hurry Talia and Wiley along, please? I'll need them both.
Welcome back at 45 past the hour. And just in the past couple of minutes, we've got two really promising updates on the condition of Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin. Number one, doctors say they have removed his breathing tube. And number two, he has actually talked to his teammates. Joining us now from Cincinnati, NBC's Maggie Vespa, who has been covering this story throughout. I mean, we had already gotten, Maggie, that great news from doctors yesterday that he was awake, that he was communicating, he was typing. But this is even a much bigger step forward, right?
So I should sniper in here, huh?
Man, you talking about if
So
people in Miami come through. This is Broward County.
Man, I'm talking about is you a clone or not, huh? Cause that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Hey, huh? Let me pitch you and see you for nigga say you a clone,
This nigga crazy. Yo, hey you, nigga. Gucci Man, Roger Davis, What's Up, Goo Up, all that, right? I'm glad my comeback game wasn't too much on tonight, nigga. When you said, oh, is you a clone or not? You know what I should have hit you with? Bitch, I might be. That's why I should have told your little ugly ass. You know what I'm saying?
The truth is stranger than fiction.